Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a really long time, but I'm back, hopefully for good. But yeah, I've come to a point where I think I want to change the way that I present myself online. I kind of want to go through some experiences in my life, share them with you guys. It's just kind of hard to do that on an Instagram story. That's why I'm making this video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tina. I'm from Australia, but I moved to Germany about 12 months ago to pursue ITF Taekwondo and kickboxing, and more recently I set the goal of becoming a world champion. So if that interests you, stick around for this video. I'll be sharing a few things about my life. Firstly, I'll be sharing the last 12 months of my life and how absolutely insane the journey has been. Next, I'll be sharing where I'm at right now and why I'm actually making this video, and then I'll be sharing my future plans. So yeah, let's get into it. Primarily making this video because it's actually really overwhelming trying to put yourself out online, deciding what you should share, how you should share it. I think my start in that whole journey was on my training and on my fighting. As much as I'm enjoying putting out content that inspires people and go after it sort of stuff, my life is so much more than that, and I kind of want to give social media a more of a personal feel. Not only am I a fighter, but I'm a young female in her 20s, navigating those challenges. I'm living alone in a foreign country that doesn't speak English. There's a lot to speak about there. I feel like it looks like my life is all sunshine and roses, and it's not. And yeah, I think I just want to dive deeper into those challenges and portray my journey to world champion as more of a journey rather than something that I just made it, because yeah, over the last maybe 2 or 3 months, I've really been wishing my time away because it's been so difficult to maintain this lifestyle. Yeah, I want to enjoy the process more. I want my social media to represent that, essentially. Yeah, so we'll take a deep dive into how the heck I got here. So in April, I made a really big decision. I decided, instead of getting a job, which I felt directly took away time from my training, I was gonna try and find work that was more compatible with my training. I also had a visa situation to sort out, so I was trying to find an intersection between work or financial support and a visa, and also finding time to train. So there was 3 completely separate intersections that I was trying to get my way, essentially. So I tried a bunch of different things. I tried YouTube. Unfortunately, YouTube isn't as straightforward as all these influencers make it seem. It is a lot of work. It took me an entire week of just laying in the most awkward position for 10 hours straight trying to edit a video, and it didn't even turn out that good. Lighting, microphones, making videos engaging, all of that, it was a lot of work. And the pace of my life was moving so much faster than the pace that I could make a YouTube video, and I think I wanted to share my journey as it was happening, and short form content like TikTok and Instagram made that much easier. So I resorted to those platforms instead. I had about 800 Instagram followers at the time, but I still was I can still get sponsored. So I was emailing hundreds of companies alongside my full-time training and competing about getting sponsorships. But then I realized okay, I'm reaching out to all these companies, but I literally have no pitch. I have no audience. I have nothing to offer them. They don't know me. Literally millions of people, not just athletes, organizations, people in need are all reaching out to these huge companies and asking them for donations. So why the hell would they just fund a single taekwondo girl? So I was okay, I can't really focus on reaching out to brands anymore. I have to focus on growing my audience. So alongside my training, I was doing a lot of background research on how do you grow your Instagram, how do you grow your TikTok, how do you appeal to an audience, blah blah blah. So yeah, that was really time consuming. I also, when it came to October, I started training for a world championship, and I took that extremely seriously. I was I really want to get gold for this competition. So I was training twice per day. I was doing my strength and conditioning. I was, training really, really hard for this competition. And then after that competition, by the way, my visa is expiring in February and this is October. So I was okay, I need to get the ball rolling on this financial sort of situation, or even the visa situation, because my visa is expiring. Tried 10 different options at one time, which probably wasn't the smartest thing, but I also had no idea what would work or not. I contacted a bunch of families for au pair, and one family actually accepted. So I gave up my house and I went to move in with this family. But like 2 weeks into moving in with this family, we decided that my time commitments for training were too much for them. Even like my requirements as an athlete, asking them to buy all the food that I needed, it was just like way too much for them, because they needed me in the morning, they needed me in the evenings, and I was like, I need to train. So like our needs did not meet, but I already gave up my house. So I lost my house, I technically lost my job, and I lost my visa solution all in one go. Great. That was extremely stressful period of my life. And I spent like all of December like desperately trying to find a new house to live, because in Germany, it is not easy to find a house. If you don't live in Germany, you wouldn't really know the situation, but if you want to move to Germany, finding a house is like, it's a topic here. Like if you go on like expats in Germany on like a Facebook group or something, everyone knows how difficult it is to find a house. So like, yeah, the first time it took me to find my house, it took me like 2 months or like 1.5 months, 6 weeks. And it took me the same amount of time to find a house here. So it's not easy. And on top of like desperately trying to find a house, I was desperately trying to find a visa solution, and full-time training was about to start as well. So that was extremely stressful. Yeah, like January came around and I eventually found a house. I tried some other work options, like hosting school events for school kids, but the thing is the events were in German and my German skills aren't really the best. So even though like my personality matched the job description, my language skills didn't. So that's kind of like what has happened. I also, like, surprise, my research and development for TikTok and Instagram actually sort of worked out, and I had one video which hit like 2.2 million views, and that got me about like 5,000 followers. So I thought, okay, like my following now is kind of reached the stage where like maybe I have more of a stronger pitch reaching out to brands, but like again, that's not how it works. Like I hired some people in Upwork to help me like write some emails to brands again about like sponsorships and funding me, and yeah, but again, working for brands is like an actual job. It's a really huge time commitment that you have to sacrifice your training for. So like we've kind of come to this stage now in February, and that's kind of like why I've made this video, to like update everyone. So I've tried all of these options. Financially I'm okay, but legally I'm not. So my visa's expired and you need a reason to stay in Germany, and I don't really have one in terms of like employment, because the thing is you can't just get any job, you need a job with qualifications. If I enroll to study, you need like 11,000 euros. You need to prove that you have at least 11,000 euros. And like I also need to do a German language course, which is like an intensive language course. It's like full-time. So like I'm exploring other options right now, but like my visa appointment is literally next week. And I don't really know how it's gonna go down, because yeah, like they have a bunch of specific requirements and I don't necessarily meet them, or I haven't found a way to meet them yet. Kind of run out of the time resource right now, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay here. And even if I am able to stay here, I don't know if I'm going to be able to like continue keeping up the time commitment to training. Like I might have to explore other options until I can get myself like legally and financially stable. But like even though like I've come to this point where I'm like, shit, I can't keep portraying this image on social media of like me training full-time and like all the food that I eat and stuff. Like it's still my goal to be world champion, and it doesn't really matter which location I am in the world, like I'm still going to be pursuing it, and I still want to share the journey online. Still think that I can inspire people and help people. Yeah, this video is literally just me like sharing more updates on like how my visa situation is going and the setbacks that I'm experiencing. This sort of goal has not been streamlined at all, and it makes for an interesting story. Yeah, that's essentially like my life update right now. My comments and my DMs are always open for social interaction, for feedback, etc. So yeah, I would love to hear back from you if you made it this far into the video. I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and to everyone who supported me already so much, thank you. If there's any content that you, or like anything else you guys want to know about my life for me to create content around, Suggestions, feedback, etc. are welcome. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!